Everyone. I am so excited for my live meet and greet guest, Zamora from the Prosper Planner. Just waiting for her to jump on in. Perfect. So she is here. So I'm going to have her join us. So let's get this started. Perfect. There we go.
Hey, give me just 1 second. Sorry, it's so loud here.
No, you're okay.
How are you doing? Morning.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being my live meet and great guest. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So I pin the form. So those of you that have just signed in, once you fill out the form, you will receive an exclusive offer.
Yes.
So, all right. So let's get started. So tell me about your business and why you started.
So I started Prosper Planner back in 2019. I was working at an office around in 2018, and I was like, you know what? I've been looking for a planner that I can't find, and my background is creative design, so I know how to use like Adobe Illustrator and stuff like that. So at the time, I was like, well, let me create a planner, right? And I really wanted a planner that was all inclusive, that had a place for me to focus on my goals, also to incorporate my faith, and like just had the layout that I wanted. And so I just got on my computer and I started designing, and then I launched for that year, 2019. That's how I started.
Wow. I know I've seen them in person and they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
And you have a great like eye for design because all of them are beautiful, amazing. So you kind of touched on it a little bit, but what inspired you to start the business? Like I know you mentioned you were trying to, you know, find something that worked for you, but what
Yeah.
was like the starting point of just being an entrepreneur?
Right. Well, I kind of have this knack for entrepreneurship. So even like before that, before Prosper Planner, I like was selling clothes online and doing stuff like that. So I think entrepreneurship is kind of something that's maybe just in my nature to just try new things. I'm very like ambitious and adventurous ever since I was young. So when I saw that I couldn't find what I was looking for, I was like, I'm pretty sure there are people that also want this as well. So then I was like, well, let me just try it. Let me just throw it out there. Let me just see what people are saying, create social media for it, and showing it to my friends like, wow, this is really cool. So then I just really just went in. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start a business. I really had no idea, but that's how I got started. So yeah.
Yeah, and Zamora, that is just so bold of
Yeah.
you. And says a lot about your character that you were just willing to just dive in and just like, well, I don't know. I know that there's, a need out there that I'm trying to fulfill. And so it takes a lot of courage, right? Just as women business owners,
Yeah.
especially women as of color, like we're trying to, you know, create like generational wealth and
Mhm.
inspire other women to do it. So I was definitely excited to connect with you because I don't think I met a business just like you,
Oh,
just kind of that niche
yeah.
of focusing on Christianity. So when you create your planners, like walk us through it. Like what is your, like if you had a day of planning, like how do you do it? Like do you write the designs first, or how do you come up with the design? Like how do you get yourself in that mental space
Yeah.
too?
So when I first started, like the very first design, I just okay, I was on the computer and I was like, what do I want the weekly layout to look like, right? And I remember the first year I had this font and the font was so ugly. Which eventually throughout the years I've made updates, and this year for 2024 I made some updates. But again, just having that creativity in the background and creativity design, I was like, okay, I literally am on the computer. I'm designing the week. I'm like, okay, I want the pages to be this size, right? So I go to the store. I'm like, what is a popular size? So I start with the page size, and I'm like, okay, how much text do we fit on a page size? how far spaced out do the lines have to be? How big does the date text have to be? And you kind of just, I design each page, page by page. Now that I have, my template and stuff, I just go in each year, make updates, change the dates. But it was, in the beginning, it was like creating each line, you know, each header, each font, each page. Where does the like template go on the top? The little, I have like confetti at the top of each page. The page numbers, the calendar. So I'm like, I don't know. I hope that would answer your question, but just really just looking at other planners that I saw in the stores, like maybe Target, and saying, okay, what does the outline look like, but also what is it missing, and how do I format in a way where it's like enough space to write, but not so crammed, and just really finding that balance. So, yeah,
Yeah, and it's all trial and error, right? We can't be,
right,
I totally get it with the font. I can relate to it. But
yeah,
your planners are beautiful and they're beautiful and they seem really thought out.
yeah,
And I like that you show videos of you, filling it out and using it and keeping everything, in order. And planners, folks, I know folks just join on in, so thank you so much. I pinned a form, so if you want to fill that out to receive an exclusive offer, I am all about planners. I love planners. I love the fact that you can like write. I'm very old school. Like, yes, I do have my, calendar invites and all this stuff, but just writing with a different color pen or just, right? It's like a part of you. Like, I carry my planner everywhere I go. And to your point, I just kind of chose a planner. I'm like, well, I need one. I go to Target, right? And I just get one, but I'm like,
yeah,
but it doesn't have like mine is just a plain black one and it doesn't have any doesn't really have inspirational quotes. Like it's just kind of like just has a calendar,
right,
very basic, but I
yeah.
like that your planners have like a spin and they're very colorful and vibrant, and that's why I was just so drawn to your planners. So for folks that are listening in or maybe viewing this recording, how long does it take to receive their order? Like right now, we're planning for the holidays. So what does that look
Yeah.
like?
So I just wrapped up my 2024 production. So for the 2024 planners, they're coming from China, manufactured in China. So they're scheduled to get here around that Thanksgiving time. It's kind of like depending on from when they get off the port and stuff like that, but they're scheduled to get around that time. Once I get them to my place, I ship them within like 1 to 2 business days. So once I have them in my hands, I'm pretty fast about getting the orders out 1 to 2 business days, depending, and then you'll get them depending on the shipping that you pay for. But so right now we kind of have them like on a pre-order style, just because we're still like a few weeks out. But once I get them, I ship them out for sure 1 to 2 days
Okay,
most of the
perfect.
time.
I love that. It's so efficient,
Yeah,
getting everything done because we are planning ahead,
for the
right?
holidays. Yeah.
So, so what sets you apart from other planners out there? I know you talked about the Christianity piece, but what is something else that you want to add that maybe you kind of left out?
Yeah, so I'll say, like you were saying earlier, my planners are really thought out. And I think that's one of the biggest compliments I get from customers, people that have used my planners for years. They're like, your planner is just so well thought out. You have your habit tracker, you have your finance tracker each month. You have a space in the beginning of the planner to set your goals for the year. And then there's quarterly reviews where you can act like down and review your goals and say, okay, how are you doing? So tracking your progress, right? So I think the goal setting aspect is something that a lot of people enjoy and like. And like you said, it's not something you can find when you go to Target and you just buy a planner. They don't have that well thought out. Even like each month, there's a topic on what to focus on. If you want to focus on, you can always, focus on whatever. But I give you prompts to focus on. Hey, like Thanksgiving, this month is November, so it's gratitude, thankfulness. How are you gonna like give thankfulness, be thankful with what you have? So I give you little prompts each month to kind of help you, just guide your thoughts and stuff like that and your actions. So I think just having those details is what sets me apart. And a lot of customers just say that they love the way how it flows from month to month. That's one of the biggest compliments I always get is just how well thought out it is. So
Yeah. and I like how you have the habit tracker, finances, especially as women, like we need to, sometimes we don't really focus on the finances, right?
Yeah,
But I love that you encourage women to think about their finances independently. And maybe, it sounds like your planner can provide even more, right? Like the
yeah,
finances and
yeah,
prompts, and
right,
maybe somebody, is thinking like, oh gosh, I didn't think about that, or what am I grateful for, since we are, in November,
right.
as well. So what are the most rewarding aspects of being a business owner?
Um, I would say just the people you're able to impact and affect. I just throughout the years, like it's been 5 years now, and I've been able to ship like Canada, United Kingdom. I'm
Wow.
super blessed to have a partnership with Ruby's Gift Store, who is a lady based in Uganda, and she found me one day online, and she has a Christian bookstore there, and she orders my planner for her bookstores for people, so that's one of the biggest like achievements I've ever had, but also just like hearing people give me feedback on just how much this planner has impacted them. I remember there's this lady, and she orders, and she's from the Philippines, and she was saying how she'll like email me, and she's like, hey, it was a pandemic this year. She's like, but instead, since, the whole world shut down, I didn't have anything to plan, but I used those spaces every day to write down something I was grateful for. So she was like, even still having your planner was such a it really helped me get out, get throughout the year.
Mhm.
So I think just the feedback from the customers that I get, it's just like, wow, I created something that really like impacted them in a way. And I'm like, no way, like not me. But it's so rewarding. I think that's the best thing. And so it keeps me going when I'm like, oh, this is hard. Because there's, of course, challenges, always challenges in business, ups and downs. But like the customers always like, I love, even yesterday, someone messaged me, and she was asking about digital planner, which I plan on also launching next month, a digital version. And she was like, thank you so much. I love your planner, so I would love to like get it in a digital version. And so I was just like, wow, I gotta do it for the people. You know what I'm saying? So yes.
And we're getting
Yeah.
some, and thank you so much for sharing that. We're getting a lot of, I want to make sure I acknowledge the folks, putting in the chat, but it sounds like you're able to reach globally, and a wider audience. I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
I'm so silly. I always do round of applause.
Yeah.
Those of you in my
It's
parenting classes
okay.
know I do that.
Yeah.
But I think that's like
Yeah.
incredible. And especially, right, with the impact of the pandemic,
Yeah.
and sometimes we may not think like what we're offering as business owners that can make a huge impact on one's mental health. So absolutely, just having something physically there they can touch, they can go to, kind of like
Yeah.
provide a sense of comfort. So I love that. I love that. I just want to go to the chat really quick. Someone got, hey girl, hey there, I'm happy I'm here today. I have a Prosper Planner 6 months. All right. I'm viewing from Alley Beach Cities. Oh, I love it. I need one. I have a Prosper Planner from you a couple years ago, but I'm interested in a new one. All right. So
Yeah.
order yours. Order yours. Hey, beautiful ladies. Hello. I have a goal to open a business too, but not sure what yet 100%. Where can we find and buy a Prosper Planner today? So do you want to share your website or where to order it?
Yes, so you can find me on www.prosperplanner.com, PROSPER, and then planner. On there, we'll have the variety of different planners. So I have the 2024 planner. I have some gratitude journals, and like someone mentioned in the comments, I also have 6-month planners that are undated and they're a daily style. So the 2024 planner is going to be weekly layout, Monday through Sunday, and then the daily planner is going to be just, a daily planner that has the hours of each day, and they're blank. So that's for someone who, they just like to be more organized in terms of their hours, or maybe they have lots of meetings. Something like that is really good to have the daily planner as well.
And
Yeah.
I love that you have the 6 month
Mhm.
and also the digital, right?
Yeah,
So you provide different options,
yeah,
for folks who just want to go for digital. I'm old school. I love to write
yeah.
everything down, like have my different
With me as
pens and my
well.
stickers.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just how I am. So we go through the chat. My favorite planner in the world. Thank you.
Yay. Hey,
You
Shar.
you got it. Love it. I'm getting my 2024 planner soon. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So what is a takeaway that you want our audience to have about your business? I mean, I know you shared
Mm.
out like a great
Yeah,
points,
yeah.
right? But it's like what is something that you want to take away?
I think that yeah, having a physical planner is like amazing. But I think that, I know some people they get planners and what I hear sometimes on the back end is like, oh, I'm not able to keep up, or I set it down and then I don't use it for like, in the middle of the year you like don't use it. And so I think like when it comes to planning, it's really about a mindset in terms of like you're doing this for you. It's almost a part of self-care. You shower every day, maybe you read every day, you walk every day. Like planning out on your journal, it's not like planning in your planner, it's not for like just to check things off, but it really like helps you sit down and think like, okay, what am I doing today? What do I have to do this week? Even if it's, on a weekly basis. And it really just sets you up for success. So I just think in terms of people, takeaway would be like, look at planning going into this new year. Look at it as a form of just self-care and really something that's going to help you stay
Mhm.
focused in a way, right? Because it's true. When you write things down, it mentally clicks in your brain, and there's so many studies on that it's like, okay, hey, I remember I have to do this on Wednesday, right? And just being able to see that, take the time to see what you have for the week, it really just helps you to just organize your time, to not overextend yourself. So I just think that really looking at planning as a form of taking care of your well-being too is it's going to help you go consistently throughout the year. And of course, there's times where we don't use it, and there's times where, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have a day, like check it off. But I think just, renewing your mind to know that planning is helpful to you. So, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And I like that you say it's a self-care because it's
yeah,
a way to kind of have all of our thoughts and our plans, right? Like whether it's our goals, a big goal that we have, or like little goals. Maybe,
yeah,
I'm thinking about the parents that I work with,
right,
you know, a lot of the parents I work with, have a hard time with organizing their time. So if you're
yeah,
listening to this, folks, you have to order yours today
yeah,
so that way you can kind of start that self-care routine. And to your point, there's a lot of studies that show that when we physically write it out, there's like that connection and we're able to remember it more and actually like
right,
follow through.
right,
So I like that you shift planners as a way to practice that self-care, because some people might think like, oh, I don't want to have a planner, it's an extra thing to do, but it's like, no, like you said,
yeah,
it's like getting ready in the morning, eating, we those are important,
definitely,
but we also have to take care of ourselves as individuals and help us be organized.
yeah,
Like I was mentioning, the parents in my class, like their minds are in like so many places. So I think I can hear them saying, oh, I like the 6 month,
yeah,
because some folks are like, oh, I maybe want to try the 6 months, or,
yeah,
try it out and see like how they feel with it. And then, okay, I think I want to do the year, if someone, that's starting out. So I like that I never really thought about a planner as a form of self-care. So I'm like, ooh, like I love
yeah,
that. I love
yeah,
that
yeah.
perspective. Let me just go to the chat because I know we're getting a lot of responses. So I'm old school too. I need a physical planner. I feel super inspired right now. Wonderful. It's good to have a plan. Now that I have a baby, I want to plan to be the best mom for her. I need a plan for it. I need to believe that Prosper Planner will help me stay organized and plan for
Yes,
the future.
I love that.
I know, I love it. Thank you. I want a good life for us. Yes, absolutely. Congratulations. Thank you. I even mentioned it in my church. Oh, good. Yes. word of mouth is so
Yeah.
important. You know,
Yeah.
sharing it with others, bringing it to church, or maybe your Bible studies or what have you. That could be a
Yeah.
good opportunity to connect, maybe like neighbors or colleagues.
Definitely.
Um, when I went up to speak, I said, even though I've been planning my year, God has a bigger plan for me, and I'll be using it more now. Looks like another parent said they have a 6-month-old babies too. Okay, wonderful. Thank you all for your amazing comments. I'm not sure if you can
Yeah.
see them, but
Yeah, I can see
I'm
a little bit.
feeling
Yeah.
the love
Yeah.
that we are. They make great gifts. I'm getting one for my mom for her birthday. Don't tell her. We won't tell her. We won't tell her. But yes, absolutely. You know, with gifts, you know, trying to think of something that's unique and
Yeah.
lasting that they can continuously use is a phenomenal um, gift to give to anybody, you
Yeah.
know. I pinned the handout or the Google
Mhm.
form.
Form.
So that form, you'll receive an exclusive offer. So do you want to
Yeah.
share what that offer is that you're going to share with all of us?
So we are offering 15% off your order. Oh my God. It's is it STP
I
15?
believe so, yes.
Yeah. If you guys fill out the form, we're gonna give you the right code. But I believe the code is STP15. So definitely for you guys watching the live and just engaging with us. And you know, like I said, the holidays are coming up. They're all like, yes.
Yeah, I know. I see
And
all the love.
yes, I want to show you guys the planners before I go. But yeah, so go ahead and click. And if you guys go on either of our Instagrams, please follow us both. And in our link to the link to Tree bio, we also have the form. Please fill it out so that we can contact you guys, email you guys with what we have going on, and that'll just help us all stay in touch.
Yes, absolutely. So you said that you have stuff to
Yeah,
show us?
I
Okay,
would love
perfect.
to.
Yay, we
Yeah,
get a look.
so this is the Lavender 2024 planner. So this is what it looks like.
The
This is the
lavender.
bag.
So
Um,
beautiful. I
and
love
then we
the
have
edges. The edges.
oh the corners.
Yes, because sometimes they get like when you put in your bag, right? So
Yeah,
it's very thought out. I love it.
yeah. We have our elastic band, which a lot of people use as like a placeholder. So they'll just put it
Oh,
like in here to like hold which page they're on. Um, so yes, this is our lavender style, and then this is our blue style, which I
mm,
love the
love it.
symmetricalness
Yeah,
of this. It's like
so pretty.
I was like, okay, I usually get pink every year, but I'm gonna get the blue one for myself this year. I'm like, I'm loving this. This is our blue folk planner, and then we have our spring poppy, which is our pink with our little beautiful flowers on top and bottom, just to kind of highlight it. And I
Yes.
actually do want to shout out Natasha. So this, let me show you this on this planner. We updated our logo this year. So you'll see this is the new design that we made. And this is Natasha. I'm sure she was watching. She messaged me and she was like, hey, because I was asking my Instagram followers for a rebrand. And she reached out to me and she was like, hey, I'm getting back into the creative industry. Let's work together. I'll help you do like a new logo. So we worked together and she was so amazing. Yes, hey girl, there you are. Um, and she came up with the logo design for me and I absolutely love it. It was so great on the planner. So Natasha, thank you so much. And yeah, so these are the three styles that we have for 2024.
Those are so pretty. I love all the designs. It's like hard to choose.
Yeah, it's so yeah.
It's like how do we choose which one? Yeah, they are so beautiful and I can see, you know, the hard work that you put
Yeah,
into it and like the detail of like the band and the corners and
yeah.
everything. So
All
I
the
think those are
little details
so beautiful.
matter. Yeah. Yes.
So beautiful job, Natasha. Way to go. All right. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now that we are towards the end of our live meet and greets, does anyone have any questions? So if you want to type in the
Yeah. Type
chat,
your questions in the chat, everyone.
have any questions or anything else? Um,
I also have
oh, it says thank
gratitude.
you so much. All right, so we got some messages here. And then anything else that you want to add? Oh, you're the best. I love it. Does the
You're the best.
code, oh, that's a great question. Does the code expire? So when is it good until? I know,
That's a good
that's a good
question.
question.
I'm like, I think I have it open for right now. So it's just open for right now. It
It's
doesn't have a
open for right
deadline.
now, and
No.
that's good. It's open for right now. It can close at any moment, so definitely order yours today. So I had a great time with you,
Yeah. Thank
Xiomara,
you
and
so much for
looking at
organizing
all
this.
of yeah, and looking at all of
Yeah.
your beautiful planners. So those of you that are live with us, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. It looks like some folks are going to get theirs ASAP. And I'm sure we're going to have other folks view this at another time. So yes, the code is the handout. So the form that we pinned is a Google form. And so you will include your name, your email, all the information, and then Xiomara will email you that code. So if you want, and again, it is in our link tree in our bio, so either
In a
one
bio.
you can
Yeah.
access it. But
Hmm.
I had a great time with you. We need to, as I was getting ready this morning, Xiomara, I was like, we need to have like a coffee date, like a planner,
Yes.
like right. We need to like
Exactly. And then we need to film it and then we need to show our audience, like, hey guys, this is how you just sit down and just go through your day and plan out stuff, plan out your week. Tiffany, don't worry, we're gonna repost the live. So you didn't miss everything. You just gotta be watch it now.
yes, yes. We'll post a live soon. So I'm going to be working in the back end to post it.
Yeah.
But thank you again for
Thank
being my
you.
live meeting greet guest. And thank you again to our audience. And I will see you next time. Take
All
care,
right.
everybody.
Have a great
Bye.
Saturday, guys. Bye.